pretend and say goodbye. Hello and welcome to some more NASCAR 07. Now, I said that I was hopefully done playing this game forever. Unfortunately, here I am playing it again. So, it's time for some more NASCAR 07. Exactly 1 day removed from previous. You see, this is exactly what I did with Twisted Metal Small Brawl. I played the game every day that I had a chance to record, and I got it done quickly. This game, on the other hand, I highly doubt that's how it's going to end up going here, so let's do a showdown with Kip fucking Branch, because, you know, he's got so much prestige. Look at that. Kip Branch. I wanna rock and roll all night and party every day. See, you know, I was singing before I even started the session. I'm singing now. I've already sung more than I did in the entirety of the last 2-hour session, which is amazing. So this is the place that you go to in NASCAR 2005 to start the game. And here we are, ready to race against the prestigious Kip Branch. So I probably will be singing a whole lot more during this session because I don't have anything to fucking talk about. Nothing has changed in my life in the past, 24 hours. More like 20. More like 22 because my session was 2 hours long. But I do have a stuffed nose for some reason though. I spent exactly the same amount of time outside yesterday as I did the day before, and I felt just fine yesterday. So I don't fucking know what that's all about. I don't know if it's making my voice sound any different, but if it does, I apologize. I can really only talk about what happened yesterday, seeing as how I covered just about everything else in the last session. So, after I got done playing... I'm sorry, this is just really pissing me off. After I got done playing the session yesterday, I had to go to work for 5 hours. And, that was an experience in itself. Every day there is an experience. It's a very good experience, especially if I want to go to a different grocery store in a different town and get paid $7 more than I do now. It's just those few days that count. I only have to go today, and that'll be the last time that I work there before I'm 3 years experienced. Because on Saturday, it is exactly 3 years since I started working there. May 30th, 2012. I think, yeah. Because it was a month before, it was right before I got my license, because I remember he was talking about parking and said that I wouldn't have to really worry about it since I didn't have a license yet, and I said yeah. And then the next week I got my license, so that was kind of a thing that happened there. And I had to drive my dad's car for a few months because my dad has had a whole hell of a lot of vehicles in his time around. So has my mom, for that matter, but my mom has actually had less, which is amazing, seeing as how I can count all the cars that we've had since I've been alive. I don't know if I can count the first one because it was my grandma's and we traded it in for my mom's car. I know she had another car before that, but I'm not going to count it since I don't remember it, so I'm just going to count that. So there was a GMC Jimmy that belonged to my grandma, then there was a Ford Tempo, then there was a Chevy Lumina, then came the Oldsmobile Alero, then the Chrysler Town and Country, then a Ford Fusion, and now a Ford Escape. So that's all the vehicles my mom's had. Now let's talk about my dad. He's had a blue pickup, a green pickup, a red pickup, another blue pickup, another red pickup, and then a red car, which I drove to work occasionally. And now he's got a white pickup. So, yeah. So that's 7. He does have one. He has a single car more than my mom has had. And that's only the ones I remember. Who the hell knows what he had before that? So. And then there's me, who has had a grand total of a Toyota Corolla with a spoiler. And you know, it's a good car. It's a badass automobile. I don't need anything else. Because the only reason I would want a different car is for something that looks better, A, and B, a CD player. But now that I have that tape that I was talking about that I can connect my iPod to, I don't need that shit. I don't even need that shit. I'd rather have a car with a tape player in it so I can do that. You see? So yeah, there's that. There's that, buckaroo. And amazingly, you know, coming from the family that I've had, where you've had 15,000 different vehicles, I'd imagine, you know, I'd be on my 4th by now. But no. In like August or early September, I think. Yeah, it's early September because I remember driving my dad's red car to school a couple of times. Because you see, the red car was one of the few cars that he's ever owned. I only remember one other car that he's owned, and that's a sweet fucking Mustang. I don't remember what year it was, but it was a 90s one, I think. It had that style about it. Like, it wasn't an early 2000s Mustang. It was a late 90s Mustang. Like, if you pay close attention to cars, you know, you can tell the difference between a late 90s and an early 2000s Mustang. There's some subtle differences that are key to unlocking the secrets of the automobile. But, oh, and just yesterday when I was reviewing the session, that is Discount Tire on Reed Sorensen's car. That is Discount Tire on Reed Sorensen's car right there. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. I was like, oh my god, it actually is. So yeah. And then I hit this guy in the Homestead race. He was one of my biggest allies. He was my first teammate in this series. I felt so bad looking back on the memories we'd had. Hey, that sounds like they could be song lyrics. And I felt so bad looking back on all those good times we had. Maybe something that could have been sung by Phil Collins. So looking back on some things we'd done, and I thought about it so hard. Then I hit Kevin Harvick. He was my teammate for a while as well. He won the Daytona 500. He's such a douchebag because he did that in real life also. I fucking hate you, Kevin Harvick. Even though I used to like you. He actually used to be one of my most indifferent drivers, because all I cared about was Mark Martin. And then when he started saying he was retiring, I was thinking, okay, maybe I like Matt Kenseth a little bit more. And since then, I've liked Matt Kenseth. I also like Gregory Biffle. I was a fan of all the Roush drivers for a while, even David Reagan. And then I realized he sucked at driving. And now that he's into 55, I say, holy crap, he's a good driver now. How'd that happen? It sure has been a while since that happened. Remember that Richmond race where he was right on the line for getting in the chase. And then did not because of that terrible Richmond race. I was kind of hoping Reagan would not win Daytona in 2000 whenever he won Daytona. But then he did win Daytona and whenever he won Daytona. Oh, fuck you, game. Really? Really? Okay, so it gave me one position to compensate for fucking me in the ass there for no reason. That doesn't really make much of a difference though, because Tony also got that position, so that was utterly pointless in every way. Could have made up a couple more positions if this game wasn't such a douchebag.
Way to work it, buddy. Clear. That's a top 10 finish. Thanks for all the hard work, guys.
Couldn't even let Truex win the race. The fuck? The fuck? Get such a bigger contract salary than I do winnings from the actual race itself. I don't understand why it does that. You get so few race winnings, and then yet your contract salary is $5 million a race. See.